Hello, this is Malcolm Rose, and I have decided to do a demigod. I actually already started the game. I meant to start recording beforehand, but I guess I kind of forgot, but that's okay. So what we've got here is a demigod earth elementalist. I decided after the Troll Warper I wanted to play something that maybe is a little more focused on casting. And demigods are interesting because you really have to trust what the dungeon sends, what the dungeon gives you. And you don't really have a lot of choice in the matter because you don't get a god. So you have to rely on your good stats. It's almost like you're worshipping Che, but don't have the speed penalties to a degree. So we're gonna do nothing but train earth magic and spell casting. Actually, just earth magic for a little while. Gonna get that sandblast damage. Now we've got sort of an interesting dungeon entrance here. Looks like we've got the beach entrance, so we want to get out of here as soon as we can, but let's pick up the scroll. Let's pick up these gold pieces, get some stones. That's actually really cool that we just found 25 stones right off the bat. You see, stones power our sandblast, because actually I think they may have changed it to where sandblast, I don't think you can even cast it if you don't have stones. Before you had to hold them or something and it would do more damage. I mean, I'll go ahead and wield this, I guess. Oh well, there's actually a spear on the ground, I want to hold that. And there's a large shield, but of course we will not wear that. Now, we're kind of forced to go down this hallway, I'll tell you I don't like that. But Demigod's a fairly strong start. We have 14 hit points, which is a decent amount, and we have 5 magic, which is more than I think any race starts with, except maybe Deep Elf, although I think Deep Elf actually starts with 5 as well. So all in all, it's a pretty good start. Now, we can't sandblast this far. We can't learn any other spells yet, just like any other magic start. We only have level 1 spells. So let's throw a rock to get his attention and back up. And we'll just pull him all the way down here. Okay. Now I'm going to throw some rocks and use Sandblast. This is not the first enemy I would have chosen to get experience from, but he only does 5 damage, so we can survive up to 2 maximum damage hits from him. Hopefully that won't be necessary. If Sandblast doesn't kill him, we'll probably back up some more. So let's throw rocks to start with until he's in range. Then we'll Sandblast. Sandblast again, he dies. We immediately get a ton of earth magic from the experience from that. Ooze is a pretty good experience to start out with. As you can see, I'm trying to play very carefully. This is just as important on a demigod as it is on any other character. In fact, I would say that careful play is even more necessary on a demigod due to the quirks of not being able to worship a god, because typically worshiping a god is where you get some of your panic buttons from. You know what? I'm gonna go down actually. Cool. This looks relatively clear. Go back up. I'm gonna shout. When I have a staircase, I like to shout if possible. 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, nothing came. Shout here. Okay, there's a kobold coming. Oh, there's the goblin. Get him with the sandblast. Basically trying to not get hit by anything, because being in melee is very bad at this point in the game. It's pretty much bad for us anytime. But the cool thing about this staircase is that I can shout, and I have a reasonably safe place to go if too much comes. I'm going to train spellcasting as well, actually. I've decided I would like more than 5 mana, even if I am going to get more when I level up. The cool thing about being a demigod is that you do get a little bit more mana. That's more important, in my opinion. That's more of a benefit early in the game than it is late in the game. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm a little used to having gourmand. I keep butchering things because I keep thinking I can eat chunks, but I can't. I was just playing a troll. This is immediately after the troll. So, you know, kind of have to get out of that mode. Alright, so we leveled up. We have 20 hit points and 7 magic now. That's pretty cool. Let's look at our spells. Now we have a pretty sweet panic button in the form of pass wall. So we can pass through if we felt like it. This is pretty great. For getting out of bad situations. So we're going to try to stay next to one of these walls now. Now if we get surprised by something nasty, I'm not too concerned. I took a few steps back to lure him into sandblasting range. Just because I have 20 hit points doesn't mean that that I want to fight this stuff. Taking damage when I don't have to, you know. That's pretty good. D1 has been kind to us so far. No adders. It's always a real disappointment when you run into an adder on D1. Now, with pass wall, I don't want to say we're immune to the whole adder problem, but it's a lot better than it would be. Like, as long as I stay in a hallway like this, it's just less of a bad situation. Unfortunately, we're using up these stones every time we cast. But the thing is, we'll get to Stone Arrow pretty soon. Like, as soon as we level up again, we'll get to Stone Arrow. So it's not that big of a deal, especially since we found some extras. So I'm happy to spam it. Yeah, I am risking, by auto-exploring, I am risking running into an adder, but I'm fairly confident I can just pass wall away if that happens. Although normally I would not be auto-exploring this early. And if I was being totally safe, I probably wouldn't be pass walling at all. Is that a... Okay, this is okay. I will sandblast here, and if I take any damage, I'm going to pass wall away. Okay, cool. Now, here's the thing about demigods. You're going to see me do intelligence here. Every single time I gain the third, the third level, 3, 6, 9, 12, multiple of 3, I don't get 1, I get 2 increases in whatever I want. So we're going to end up with some pretty ludicrous intelligence. We're going to end up being a better caster than a deep elf, I believe. I want to say that other than like a deep elf of Che, Demigod has like the most spell power potential in the game. And now that we're level 3, let's go ahead and memorize Stone Arrow. Nice. Let's train conjurations. Hopefully we'll find Iron Shot, but even if we don't, that conjurations training will come in useful. Okay, there's D1. Easy enough, right? Anything interesting here? Not really. We're going to keep robes on. As much as I don't like having low AC, we're a caster, and unless I train some strength, I'm going to have to stick with robes for a while. Okay, let's shout a bit. Nothing seems to be coming. Oh, here comes something. Here we go. There's Terrence. No big deal. We'll hit him with Stone Arrow. Kill him pretty easily. I'm gonna eat him. Cool. Oops, I don't want to pass wall. I want to Stone Arrow. Now, Stone Arrow, outside of the fact that it can miss, is going to be our bread and butter, basically, to the extent that I'm going to swap that for Sandblast. So that it's on the A key. I like to use the A key for the spell I'm casting the most, if it's like a targeted spell. Yeah. There we go. Got some fire here and an Altar of Vehumet. That would be pretty sweet on D2. If we weren't a demigod. Of course, we are a demigod. I don't think fire can hit there. Of course, if it can, then I will die. If fire hits me, I'll take the risk. Wouldn't have done that if it was on the squares where I saw fire. Not at 26 hit points. I'd like to have a little more hit points, though. Oops, still trying to pass wall for some reason. There we go. Now, here's the thing about demigods. They level up very slowly, and their apps are middling at best. Depending on how you want to view -1. I see -1 is like slightly below average, or maybe average. I think statistically they're average. But in general, I try to avoid doing things that are -1 apt if I can help it on a race. But you can't. You can't help it on a demigod. You have to train something with -1 apt, because everything's -1 apt except for, I guess, stealth and spellcasting, which is -2. Let's go down and just see what's down here. Shout and see what comes back. Angry hiss and 2 shouts. I'm gonna wait until stuff comes to me. Doesn't seem to be coming. Okay, well I don't like this layout, so I'll come down a different staircase. Like that layout is kind of set up in a way that I could get like an adder right next to me, and I heard a hiss, so it's not ideal. I want something where I can see everything coming from a mile away. Oh man, as soon as we're like level 5-ish, I'm gonna train some fighting. Oops, I forgot to rest. So let's do that. Don't want to walk around without full hit points, or full mana, I meant to say. That's very bad. Hey, a ruined door. This is almost definitely Crazy Youth, even though there's no hammers on the way. And I tell ya, I'm not gonna risk it, because if he hits us, even though I would really like to have his cloak, if he hits us, then we could die instantly. Well, actually, let's test something. Pass wall. Okay, it's 234 1.0. It takes me 3 turns to finish going through. That's not really enough. I need something with more range. So we won't fool with that just yet. Oh, hello. That's a no-go. I'm not going to fight an adder yet. Let's try again. Okay, let's go up and let's go down to the other one. This works out. I can just stair dance between these two things. I'll eat a fruit here. Yeah, this is fine. I'll chuck rocks at it. Chuck rocks at it. Chuck rocks at it. Shoot the arrow. He can reach me now. So we just stair dance between the two, no problem. He can move too, technically, so we don't want him next to me. If this continues to not work. Okay, I do want him next to me. Unfortunately, I can't get that meat. Oh, stone arrow misses. Really using up a lot of food doing this. If this one doesn't work, yeah, you know, I'm gonna go down the staircase again, as much as I don't like it. Here we go. I want him next to me. So he comes up and I get the food. Cool. There's a ring. I'm not going to try it on. Actually, you know, I'm going to identify some of these scrolls. That's remove curse. That's recharging. We'll wear the ring. That's a ring of fire. That's actually, you know, that's decent. I'll keep that as a swap on, but I won't wear it all the time. You know what? Let's just read some of these scrolls. There's identify. Good. And now we have a might potion and an agility potion identified. Not quite sure how we have agility identified. We must have seen somebody use it. Oh, it's a hound skeleton. That's why it's doing good damage to us. Whoops. Kind of treating it without the respect it deserves, even if it is just a skeleton. Hound is something we wouldn't want to see just yet. Hey, a book! A book of changes, the transmutation book. You know, that's actually not a bad thing for us. Transmutations is something we have a little bit of in our book, in terms of petrify and pass wall. Wouldn't be a bad thing to get. Oops. And I'll tell you what, I want to grab some arrows, and I'll get sticks to snakes, because that is so good in the early game. You know, that'll save my bacon, really, in a lot of ways. So why don't we go ahead and memorize sticks to snakes. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Let's go down here. It's been a few turns. I was going to say I doubt the adder is near. I'll wear these boots. That's the only ox equipment I've found so far. But any AC is good to see. Still got some hunger on everything but sandblast. But hey, with sticks to snakes will let us kill just about anything, if you recall from my failed run, so, you know, I will take it. And it's just one school, it's just transmutation, so training that up will be easy enough. Yeah, I'll stick with Sandblast just to go a little easier on my hunger. Iron Shot is kind of overkill on this stuff. Did I say Iron Shot? I meant to say Stone Arrow. I get them confused sometimes. I mean, it's just like Stone Arrow, Iron Shot, and then Crystal Spear. So we have some Remove Curse, so we're going to try the ring on. Our Poise, pretty sweet, pretty useful. Okay, let's sticks to snakes. Should I try to duke it out? I think I'm gonna at least try. Okay, we hit him with the Stone Arrow, that's sweet. Let's let our snakes do the rest. And it works. Sweet. Really cool. Oh, hello. Quarterstaves are awesome. Really good weapon with no training or little training. One of the best weapons in the game that you could start with in terms of just the stats. 10 base damage, 3 accuracy, and base delay of 1.3. We're probably going to be whacking things with this a bit. Oh, hello. Alright. Sound like that dude in The Room, that movie, that really bad movie. Oh, hi, Mark. If you haven't heard of that, you should definitely Google it. Okay, I'm going to use sticks to snakes. Cool, we got our adder. Let's try to stone arrow this dude again. Didn't quite work. Way too many things coming for me. I stuck around way past my welcome. Let's get out of here. I shouldn't have let myself run out of mana there. Okay, good, that's poisoned, so probably will die. Not really a good place to pass wall here. I don't know if I can go through 2 yet. Suppose there's one way to find out, but... Almost definitely cannot go through 3. And I don't have the mana either. Oh no, he ran out of poison. Okay, this is bad. I think I can reach the staircase. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll even try to do a stone arrow, which sadly did not work. That's fine, we reset the fight. No biggie. A lot of adders on this floor. However, I'll tell you, I'm getting a lot of arrows. That's 33 arrows total. Really sweet. To the extent that I'm training nothing but transmutations. It's going to be funny if I end up being a transmuter on a character where, you know, the last character I did was a stone form troll. Oh. He did not want to die. I'm going to try to whack him. That's not quite working. I want to go somewhere where I can pass wall. Although doing pass wall is a bad idea. Let's just hit him with the arrows. Okay, we got him. Ah, yeah, that's what we want to see. One-shot stone arrow. It absolutely can work on the adders. It just usually misses is the problem. And that's what I was trying for earlier. I understand that I have -1 apt, but I was expecting sticks to snakes to go up a little bit faster. But you know what? We have so much right now. Why don't we just go ahead and get the crazy youth staff? Let's hit him with the arrow. Let the adder do some work. Hit him with sandblast, and we got him. Cool. Because this thing could be like what? +4? Yeah, +4. And we get a cloak out of it, a little bit of AC. And there was also a venom dagger or a venom short sword that dropped a second ago. I didn't miss that, trust me. Just decided to kind of prioritize getting out of there. Oh, whoa, what am I doing? Don't want to tab. Don't want to tab this. He can do 17 damage to me. Gotta get out of here. Oh yeah, up we go. Those priests, or green orcs as some people call them, are a real terror. They're probably... I wouldn't be surprised if they're like the #1 killer. There's a way to check that with Beam. Uh-oh. Alright, so that was a miscast. And he got, he must have gotten, I think he got random energy. I thought he was 3 squares away from me. I'm going to use sticks to snakes, and I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it one more time. And I'm just going to whack him. If he goes berserk or something... okay, never mind, we got him. I was going to just... If he went berserk, I was going to walk backwards and hope my pythons... you know, constricted him long enough for me to get to the staircase, the other one. But it's very unlikely for him to survive a +4 quarterstaff if I hit him. Okay, I'm a little bit worried about remaining on this floor, honestly. Let's see what this venom is. +1. Pretty good stuff. Okay, cool, we got the orc. Oh, no. This is not great. He can technically kill me in 3 hits. It's 17 damage, right? Let's just make sure. 7 to 17 damage. So it would take 3 hits. 17, 34, and then it's way past my hit points if he maxed out each time. It's not good. My instinct is to walk towards this downstairs and just go in. 1, 2, 3. If I go here, he can't reach me. So he cannot smite me, so I'll just go ahead and take the step because he couldn't smite me there. 1, 2. Yeah, he could absolutely smite me to death. But if he smites me, then he'll be out of range when I go here, I think. Okay, yeah. And I'll just go down. And he smited me as I was... That's funny. Alright, I'm going to go back up here. Very unlikely that I would have landed right next to him or something. And let's just go to the upstairs, where we're relatively safe. I should probably train some staves. Although I don't want to rely on this quarterstaff of chaos for too long because it will betray you. Man, D3 Orc Priest. Now is the time for me to start training fighting, by the way. The game really is kind of pushing me towards transmutations, but not really. See, the thing about the Demigod is, especially if you're a caster, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be using whatever the dungeon gives you, like I said, but in terms of casting, what that means is as soon as you find some high-level spells that can push you through the late and mid-game, you're going to be dedicating yourself to that pretty hard. I'll throw a rock at him and then pull him back. He probably has the Orc Priest in tow. He did not have meat on him, so I'll just eat this jelly. I didn't leave a corpse, is what I mean. What is going on here? Looks like a Fed Haas altar. Whoa, blowgun. Blowgun is possibly worth using. I don't really want to have to train throwing, but I will consider it. I mean, I will pick it up for now, at least. See if it's cursed. It is not. Okay, we've explored all of D3. We're leaving behind an Orc Priest, but I'm okay with this. Let's go down the staircase that doesn't have a hound. Shout a bit. Nothing yells back. Looks like we got a teleport trap. That's a nice thing to fight near. Let's try this ring on. Hey, +2 of intelligence. Can always use more intelligence. As a caster, I mean. Come on, that's great. Got another scroll, got a few potions here, but I don't really have big enough stacks. I only have 1 stack of all this stuff. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. This is really, really, really bad. Man. So we could die here very, very easily. This is actually really horrible. A D4 centaur on a caster. Not really a lot you can do about this, honestly, to guarantee we live. We cannot guarantee we live here. Could have trained a little more defenses, I suppose. And we could have stayed next to the wall so that we could pass wall out of here. Well, I think we have to quaff agility. Thankfully, he doesn't attack. He can hit for 10 damage plus the short bow. Now, we could quaff might, and we could walk to him. But every step we take, we could get hit. How much does short bow do? So let's see exactly how much damage we're working with here. 9 damage, yeah, so he can do 19 damage. So he can kill us in 2 shots. So if I step, that's 1, 2, let's assume worst case scenario. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 shots. And he can kill us in 2. Pretty bad stuff. And our EV just isn't that good. I mean, our EV is good, but it's not great. That agility potion isn't going to keep us alive by itself. So we want the minimum number of turns. Absolute minimum. That we would be in range of him using arrows on us. So that's, assuming worst case scenario, that's 4 if we walk towards him. I can sticks to snakes, and that could put some stuff between me and him, and it might have the benefit of making moccasin, or not moccasins, but what are they called? The crappy little level 1 snakes. Let me see if I can. Ball pythons. It might make some ball pythons, and if they ran right over to him and gave him the constrict, that'd be cool. But that's unrealistic because it's 1, they'd probably miss, and 2, it takes several turns for that to happen. What I would really want is, like, I do sticks to snakes, and it's an adder, and the arrow comes and then whacks him in the face, you know, rather than me. Pass wall is a non-starter because, first of all, I don't really know what's over here. I know that there's probably floor. Actually, no, I pretty much know there's probably floor there. Maybe pass wall's the answer. Oh, man. It would get me away. Yeah, that might be the answer. And it's the lowest fail rate. It's lower than sticks to snakes. Of course, that's like a lot of turns. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 for me to go to him. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on how long pass wall takes to work. Because, I mean, what I could do is I could just might walk to him and try to kill him. But then again, as I'm swinging, that's more turns. Gosh, I think pass wall's the answer. Oh, he hits us. Jeez. We're gonna roll the dice. Oh, oh my God. All right. So the threat's not over. Oh my God. That was rough. So what to do? The threat's not over. Yeah, well, I mean, what do we do here? Because he's gonna... or he's possibly just gonna go through here, depending on how smart he is. What kind of a lock he has. We have no stealth. So I want to say that he knows that I'm in this square. So the pathing algorithm, I think, is just gonna take him right here. And he's just gonna, you know, he's just gonna come right around. Because that'll put him in range of me faster. And right now he can one-shot us. He can do 19 damage. We totally could have died there, by the way. We got 2 arrows that missed us. Actually, 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So we could have died there easy. Just so rough. So my choices here, I can either start spamming sticks to snakes, just to have some buddies. I could start drinking. And I mean, even if I find curing, it's not going to be hugely good. If I found haste, that'd be good. If I found lignify, that'd be cool. I'd have enough AC that he probably wouldn't kill me. I could use scrolls, but really only blink. Really only blink and teleport would help me here. Fear wouldn't help with him off the screen. There's a lot of stuff that wouldn't help. Actually, I don't need to do this blindly. Let's take a look. Yeah, so in terms of potions, Berserk Rage would help, but we'd at least be hasted long enough to probably get to that hatch. Ambrosia would help, we'd heal up, and be able to maybe confusedly walk towards the hatch. Haste would help, invisibility would help. Magic probably wouldn't help, mutation wouldn't. Like I see, let's see, no, no, no. Yes, 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 yes. No. Yes, that gives us hit points at least. Yeah, I see a lot of stuff that would help me here. Like maybe half the potions would at least help us in some measurable way. I think it's potions. Okay, there's curing. That gives me a little bit of wiggle room. Let's do sticks to snakes now. 4, 5. Okay. Maybe he doesn't know where I am? There he is. I could still die here. I really should have just gone down, honestly. I'm going to order my dudes to attack. Oh man, come on, through my guys. I'll take a step so he can't see me. I'm going to start drinking. Degeneration, unfortunately. Magic. Invisibility. Sweet. Let's take a step. Okay, this is fine. He doesn't quite know where I am, but he very much might just shoot me anyway. I've come to not trust invisibility very much. We do have a little bit of stealth, I suppose. Oh god, what am I doing? I'm gonna go down. Like, I'm just tempting fate at this point. Alright. Here's a teleport. Let's rest up. Okay, we gotta identify. At least we had a number of potions get identified, so that's cool. God, that was rough. Let's just whack this guy. Man, that D4 centaur. Yeah, I think I did everything right there until I tried to stick around to kill it with the snakes. That part was a real big mistake. And by the way, I definitely see the sewer. Okay, this I will go ahead and fight. Because I have sticks to snakes, no problem. Got a Zen altar that I don't care about. And what a rough start. Anytime I run into a centaur as a caster in the early game, it's just miserable. Like, you're kind of left with not many choices on how to survive. again, I think I made the best choices I could have made, but pass walls, it's just too slow. It's just too slow. So on an Unearthed Elementalist, you just don't really have... I mean, I suppose I could have, like, Petrify by now, but that really wouldn't have been fast enough. That's what I'm working towards, by the way. Like, I'll tell you what I want. It's Petrify, because that will let me deal with some of these situations easier. And since I'm training quite a lot of transmutations, it's going to be good. Oh, come on. There we go. Just going to have to run from that, I thought. I am not going to roll the dice on mutations, considering the way my luck has gone so far. Okay, it looks like we're getting close to the drain, wherever it is. Potion of Magic. Ah, here we are. Found it. Let's get some more intelligence. And we have a little more hit points to work with. That's cool. And we're going to get a whole lot of potions, hopefully, in this sewer. Brisk rusting of a drain. Rest a little more, go inside. I think we might have some frogs to deal with in here, if this is the one I think it is. Let's shout. Now, I'd rather not get caught. I'd rather not get caught in this water. On the other hand, I have 50 arrows, so sticks to snakes will keep us alive through just about anything in here if I have to. Just gotta make sure I remember not to use up too much mana. Let's just throw rocks against little rats. No problem at all. Cool. I will use stone arrow on the big rats. The green rats can actually do decent damage for this level. Yeah, wow, 50 arrows. That's really good. Honestly, a centaur is the only thing that scares me right now out of normal things that can spawn where I'm at. Because with sticks to snakes, I can kill, like I could kill a two-headed ogre right now if I wanted to. I could kill, a regular ogre, I could kill Sigmund, I could probably kill Grinder even. It's a really, really strong spell. That the game saw fit to dump in my lap, but it's not a cure-all, you know. With centaurs, they just do so much damage. Like, honestly, I think like the... Oh, whoops. This is a good time to sticks to snakes. But yeah, they just do so much damage, and they're so impossible to get away from. It's just kind of like an FU monster, you know. Certain characters just really have to roll the dice or die. I mean, I definitely welcome any kind of criticism or advice if you think I could have handled that centaur encounter better. But I think that could have been like a no-fault streak ender. The only thing I could have done better was setting it up beforehand slightly. Like I could have, I mean, you could make arguments about what I'm training, that's for sure. But I think the 100% the only really obvious mistake that I made was not staying next to a wall for the purposes of pass wall. But even then, it wouldn't have eliminated the chance of him killing me. And what I'm asking is, can anybody think of a way, something I could have done that would have guaranteed that I survive? I don't think that exists. Not that I'm expecting a demigod to be 100% streakable. This is what I would consider to be a challenge race. A lot of people think demigods are strong. I think they're okay. But ultimately, I think they're middling at best. I mean, they're not a bad. They're definitely not bad. They're not below average. But to say they're strong, I'm not so sure about that. Depending on the start, I mean, you can do just about anything with a good start. Not much to really say about all this. Just kind of fighting through it. No real, no huge challenges in here. With sticks to snakes, we are pretty well set. Oh, wow, that's quite a lot of stuff, though. This is definitely more stuff than I would like to fight at the same time. Okay, this is okay, I guess. Unfortunately, the frogs can do a good amount of damage to me. I'm glad I have our poise, but gosh, this is just more than I wanted to fight at the same. What? My adder dies. My ball python dies. So much stuff died at the same time. Oh man, I wanna not fight all these things at the same time. I gotta quaff magic. I need more snakes. Man, I could very well die here. Just because sticks to snakes is not cooperating and giving me enough stuff. Okay. Walk backwards. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I am so hurt. If I walk here... Oh my god. Okay, I've misplayed this badly. I gotta go for the Hail Mary quaff, I think. What have I got here? Potions that are unidentified. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that could help me. See, like, I managed to pull, like, everything at the end of it. I knew this stuff was coming, but the configuration of it was such that it just wasn't quite... Okay. Okay, let's hope this is healing. It is! Alright, good. Alright, I'm relying on luck way more than I'd like to be. I feel like I'm gonna play like a Mibby or something next. Because this is getting ludicrous, what's happening here. Okay, I'm reasonably safe now. Constrict for 1 damage, no big deal. Let's make snakes. Let's make more snakes. I want buddies while I'm fighting this stuff. It's the frogs is what it is. They just do so much damage. Okay, he's slow, so let's kill the one that's not slow. Oh good, he's constricted. Take him out. Okay. Woo! Not really making a good showing here. This is, I think this may be like the worst game of Crawl I've played on video ever. I mean, again, demigods are not the best, but I could have done that so much better. Like, as soon as I was here and I saw all this crap, I probably should have started, reading scrolls, honestly. But with that said, I mean, I also should have quaffed might immediately, considering I have so many. As soon as I realized I was pulling all the stuff, I didn't have that many turns. It was able to cross the water quite quickly because frogs are fast, adders are fast. None of this stuff really cares about the water. I think even these dudes are, yeah, swims extremely quickly. So this stuff is like boom, ba-boom in like 2 turns, or like even 1 turn almost. So expecting to have much time to repair is not much, so I needed to make way better use of those turns. I think quaffing might would have been a good one. On the other hand, trying to cast sticks to snakes was also not, it wasn't a terrible strategy. I just didn't get enough adders, and the adders that did spawn kind of got wrecked insanely quickly for some reason. So a lot of that was bad luck. That probably looked like I was playing terribly, but Usually sticks to snakes. Sticks to snakes is not usually quite so cruel, in my opinion, in my experience. Okay, so I'm read IDing some of these stacks. I have fear now. That's hugely powerful. I'll read ID a couple more. I got magic mapping, fine. And I've got fog. These other ones are 1 stacks. I will not use them. Whew. So that's 2 nearly dead situations. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I mean, hindsight is obviously 2020. So knowing what I like, knowing that my adders were not going to work out for me, I could do something differently if I had it to do again. But in terms of like before knowing that, I'm not sure that was the worst. I'm not sure that was not the best thing to do. You know. Sticks to snakes spam absolutely could have worked out for me there. It just didn't. I think maybe probably if I was playing that 100% optimally, the right thing to do would just have been to leave before running into that stuff, just because I knew there were 2 frogs there and I knew it was possible to aggro the whole group at the same time. I think I aggroed it all at the same time. I hope I didn't just walk up and tab it and kind of had a brain fart and didn't notice. Because if I go back and watch the tape and that's what happened, that'll be a little bit embarrassing. But I mean, provided that that's what happened, or that that's not what happened, I think that the optimal play would have just been to like be aware that that's possible for me to aggro all that stuff at the same time, and then just not, you know, just not fight it. Okay, cool. I was kind of wondering what I was going to do if that thing got close enough, and I was probably going to, like, go that way with the passage. Pass wall. I keep calling it passage, but... Okay, I can definitely do 2 now, but I can't do 3. It's dependent on spell power, how deep you can go. Now, with almost 60 hit points, and I am training fighting, so I have more, we'll have an easier time if we run into another centaur. Hey, we got a hat. +2 hat. More AC. Always good. I wanted to get... Oh, God. We berserked the howler monkey. I wasn't too worried. I mean, I still had my dudes with me, so... Okay, so that's an amulet. That could be harm, and the last thing I want right now is to be drained, so I'm not gonna use it. That's another reason why harm is like the worst amulet in the game. Good luck running into your first centaur with harm. I mean, are you kidding me? It's really silly. Take even more damage as this thing is rushing at you. So yeah, with 59 hit points, we can survive 2 max damage hits. Okay, how are we doing on spells? Looks like Petrify is reasonably castable. Why don't we get some spell casting on now and get a couple more levels, and as soon as we get the first extra level of spells, we'll grab Petrify, and that will let us hex things, even if the game has not been kind enough to give us a hex wand. And hex will be another way that we can set up fights, as long as the fights are resettable. We can just reset them and kill things we otherwise would have trouble killing. I have have no idea why those orcs didn't follow me. I'm trying to stay on a staircase here, because I know that centaur is just... He's just ready to cause me issues. In fact, I'm going to say centaur. Put that there. You know what? Let's pass wall. Hey, there he is. I really shouldn't be using this quarterstaff, by the way. I could very easily have berserked that hound, and that would have been a bad time. It's just, it's +4, you know? So... It's hard to pass up, because for the most part it's just going to one-shot things. Yeah, I'm guessing the things on the other side are hearing me. The last thing I want to do is go down and then have the centaur be there, shoot me, have to go back up, get shot a couple more times, die. Not good. So... I'm thinking we need to just... We just need to do D5. We'll leave this for another time. Or D6, I should say. Oh my. Wow. And there's another centaur. And another staircase. So I guess we're gonna go behind door number 3 and see what we got. Looks less horrible, at least. Another shadow imp. Let's go up. Probably should have sticks to snakes there. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna have Petrify available to us. Nice. Let's put that on. Put that on B. Okay, now let me think about this. I'm thinking I almost want to become like a stabber. Like a Petrify stabber. Which is a thing. You can do it. But... hard to say that I want to do that for sure. But man, 16% Petrify, I like that. Okay, let's turn that off and turn Earth Magic on. It would be nice if we had LRD, which we'd probably have by now if I trained nothing but Earth Magic. But we would be having way worse troubles if I had done that. Looks like we're approaching an hour on the video. Typically, I've just kind of slogged it out until Lair, but you know, I think I'm gonna stop the video here because this is taking way longer to get to Lair than it usually does. Easily one of the hardest early games I've had. Or maybe I'm just playing worse. Hard to decide. But in any event, we're not even at the place where Lair could spawn. I think it's like 8 to 11. So yeah, I'll cut the video here, and we'll just go up to Lair next time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I don't splat this character. There's already been 2 spots where this character could have died. Let's strive to not have that happen again for the entire rest of the game. Okay, until next time, I am signing out.